Hi, my name's Kathleen Listen. I'm a certified lymphedema therapist and board certified massage therapist. We're here at my studio in San Diego, California, and I'd like to talk to you about a concept that I'm calling, let's call it like the skinny foam. So I make this custom made from my gray foam that I have here in the office, and I make it for clients after liposuction, and often it's after liposuction, Brazilian butt lift, and they've had what's called a skinny BBL. So they're on the smaller side of body types, and they're finding that their garment is gathering or they're not getting enough compression, either of those two reasons, in the area in between on their flanks where the rib cage ends and the hips begin. So there's that little area that's the really the part of the waist that you can really get really small in, because there's not a rib cage and there's not a hip. So in that part, I'm finding a lot of putty fibrosis. Sometimes I'm finding other types of cording type fibrosis, and it's really frustrating because the clients can't get enough compression in that area if the surgeon has really made an indent and they're actually smaller in between their hips and their rib cage. So I give them what I've called a skinny foam, and this is actually something that's really similar to a product that's on the market. So if you don't have someone that can make you this custom foam, a good dupe might be from Juzo. This is their knee soft compressed pad. So this is the pad itself, and this is actually even better because it's a little bit of corrugated. It has that lymphatic alternating pressure profiles on it. So I would put this where the rib cage ends here, and on the bottom the hip begins here. It's right in that little part of the middle waist on the side, on the flank. And what this does, my client told me today, I gave them a custom gray foam because they were actually a little bit too small for this. The ideal size of the actual foam would be the person's hand. This size is usually the same amount as the size of their waist in between their rib cage and their hip. Is usually, for me, it's my hand, and about the length of the hand is about how long I want that custom foam. So my client said to me that she is attending school and she is sitting a lot. So she finds that this is a better compression for her than just those foams, because the foam can't really go in between. The foam is gonna go around the circumference of the body, so it's going to go over the hips, it's going to go over the rib cage, and it's not going to really make that dent in. So this is the same theory as we do use as certified lymphedema therapists, where we're filling in those sulcuses with, like you'd use a kidney foam in the ankle if you're trying to fill in that to make it a more even shape so that the compression garment can work better, because the compression garment works better on shapes, you know, that are more even and uniform. So this is kind of a little bit of extra compression in that area that the foam isn't really getting a good amount of compression, because again of that natural the natural landmarks of the hip and the rib cage are kind of stopping it from going in. And so she just saw that having that extra piece of foam was really good for her, especially when she said when she was sitting. So that's my new concept, my new idea, and definitely if you have gray foam in your studio, try it out and do this custom measurement where I'll see the client on the table and be able to measure, you know, how many fingers of my fingers is her the area in between her rib cage and hip, and then I'll make the custom foam. If you don't have a custom foam and you want to have a good dupe, that might be this knee. It's the one for the knee from Juzo, the Juzo Soft Compress. That might be a good dupe if you don't have foam in your studio, or you don't have the ability to see a lymphatic massage therapist that does cut their own foam. So that is my idea, and I am coining it. I am calling it the skinny foam because it's going to help you get that cinched in waist after liposuction. Have a good day.